Hi everybody, thank you for watching. So today's video is going to be a full face makeup look, and I'm going to be using a bunch of new products. Either some of them are just new to me and some of them are new in general. I did a big haul recently. I've gotten some really cool birthday gifts, PR packages. I've also done a little shopping for myself, so I have lots of new makeup accumulated. I was going to try to do a full face first impression video. That was my plan, but I caved and I used a couple of things. So not everything is going to be a first impression, but for those items I can kind of give you some feedback. But then I also do have some new things that will be first impression. So why don't we go ahead and get some makeup on my face. Okay, I got you guys zoomed in because I'm going to start with my eyes first. So first I'm going to go ahead and prime them. I'm going to use the Lorac Behind the Scenes Eye Primer. This came in my brunch palette. I'm just going to put a little bit onto this e.l.f. brush. I recently got a couple of new e.l.f. brushes. I'm not really sure if they have names or what they're called. They all have this clear handle, but I've been testing them out and I like them quite a bit. So I'm just going to put some of the primer onto the brush and then apply this to my eyes. I have used this eyeshadow primer a few times. I don't think it's new or anything, but it was new to me. And I don't know, it's just okay. I've been trying to use more eyeshadow primers lately. In my opinion, I just think concealers are better because I feel like they actually give your eyes a good base. And even I posted a makeup tutorial on my Instagram of an eye look, and someone wrote and said, why don't you use an eyeshadow primer? And I was like, I have one on. But it's like you can't tell. And with a concealer, I like it because it kind of like cancels out any sort of color and it can hide veins and that sort of thing. But I've been really trying eyeshadow primers, but they're just, I don't know, they're just okay to me. I prefer concealers though. I am really excited to use this eyeshadow palette, and it has been so hard. When I had in mind that I was going to do a first impression video, this was what I knew I wanted to use, and it's been really difficult not to use it. But it is the new Tarte Make Believe in Yourself Eye and Cheek palette. I got this as a gift from my friend Lisa, and I just was like overjoyed. I'm so excited. Here is the beautiful palette. It is so gorgeous. I cannot wait to get into this finally. I'm going to pick up the same brush that I was using, and I'm going to dip into the center shade, which is considered a highlight. It does have a bit of a shimmer to it, but I don't know. I feel like, especially for the look that we're doing, it's going to be fine. I'm just going to place this all over my eyelid, almost kind of act as like a primer. Usually I would do this with just like a matte white color or things like that, but this is going to be a very sparkly look anyways. Very like mermaid vibes is what I'm hoping for. So we're just going to go ahead and place that down and see what happens. And then I'm going to pick up this Dream shade, which is a really beautiful like blue-green, and this is just a blending brush from Real Techniques, and I'm going to place this on the outer part of my eye and then just kind of blend everything together. And then I'll sweep this towards the outer V and slowly start to bring it in, but I really want this color just to be on the outer part of my eye. So I had been hearing, I've been watching like reviews and other people doing tutorials with this palette. I've been hearing the fallout is really bad, but so far I have no fallout yet from just the two shades that I've used. There's no fallout on my face at this moment, but I'll keep you guys informed as I go along. But because I've been hearing that, that's why I also wanted to make sure to do my eyes first. It's just so much easier to clean up fallout when you don't have primer, foundation, concealer, and all of that on. So I did not use any Fix Plus with that shade. Usually when I'm doing first impressions, I like to try things first without using setting sprays or anything like that, so I can get an actual idea of the pigmentation, because not everybody has setting sprays, not everybody can do that. Some people just want the eyeshadow that they get and that they paid for, so that's kind of why I do it that way. So far we have used no setting spray or anything like that. Next I'm going to pick up a brush from Morphe. This is the G13. And I'm going to grab this Marvel shade right here. It is a really cool green. And I'm going to focus this on the inner part of the eye. So far we're just kind of leaving the middle a bit blank. So I'm going to focus this right on the inner part and then even the inner corner. And I don't have a ton of lid space, so sometimes doing these kind of looks can get a little hard for me because I don't have as much lid space as others, so the colors can kind of blend together a little bit easier, but that's okay. I just do my best. But that's where I'm going to be focusing this green, which so far is looking super gorgeous. I hope the camera is picking that up because that's really freaking pretty. I feel like the pigmentation is looking really nice. I mean, it's showing up to me without any sort of issue. Again, I still have no fallout on my face, so far So far we're looking good. Then I'm gonna grab my Sigma E55. This came in my Sigma mystery box. If you guys haven't checked out the Sigma mystery boxes yet, you really need to. They are super cool. I'll have them listed down below. I have a code with Sigma for 10% off. It's Samantha at checkout. I'm still not 100% if they work on the mystery boxes because those are a little bit different, but you need a mystery box. And of course I love Sigma brushes and I use them all the time. I'm gonna grab Trance down here and I'm gonna place this on the center of the lid. Again, not going in with Fix Plus first. I'm gonna put this right in the center between the green and the blue. This one I don't think is showing up as much as the green and the blue, but if you build it up, like I can see that it's coming along. And that's really pretty. And it's the perfect light shade that I want to be sandwiched between these two colors. So I like this one. Yeah, that shade is really pretty. Like the more I use it, the more I'm like, yeah, that's a gorgeous shade. You do have to build it up a little bit, whereas, you know, with the other two shades, I thought they came across much more quicker, but once you build it up, like that's really pretty. I have this blending brush from Morphe. It's the G24. I'm gonna pick up Myth. It's the only matte shade in the palette, and I'm just gonna kind of blend everything together. And I put a very small amount of Myth on my brush, and I'm just gonna do a quick blend of all of the colors. Okay, I can tell after using Trance and probably of how much Trance I had to use, I do have a little bit of fallout on my face now, but again, like it's not bad. That's not bad. I don't feel mad about that at all. So after you blend, sometimes you'll need to go back and see, do you need to build up any of the colors? On this side, I think I'm gonna build up a little bit more of Trance, but other than that, I think everything is holding up really well after I blend everything together. So I'm gonna build up a little bit of Trance and then I'm gonna move on to my face. And I did want to let you guys know I did use a makeup wipe and cleaned up a little bit under my under eyes. There was a little bit of fallout, but not to the point, like I was expecting it to be really bad and like full of glitter, and it really wasn't too bad. I had a makeup wipe sitting out because I was doing some swatches earlier and I just wiped it off and I thought it was all good. So far on the Tarte palette, we're looking pretty good, but I can't wait to see how the final look comes together. So for my primer, this is a new primer from Pure Cosmetics. It's the No Filter Blurring Photography Primer. I have used this because I was just so curious about it. I had to give it a try, and so far I really like it. It does come in the dropper form. It's not the most blurring primer that I own, but I can tell that it does that, but it's a very radiant primer. Like it gives your skin a bit of a glow, and I realized when using it that a little bit goes a long way. The first time I used it, I used quite a bit. And I remember I was filming for Instagram, so I was like doing the whole like dropping on my face, like, you know, just acting like an Instagram baddie. And I could definitely tell it was way too much. Like, I'm not an oily person. I don't have oily skin or dry skin, but I could tell because I used so much that I definitely kind of looked oily, especially throughout the day. So a little bit of this primer I think goes a really long way. So for my foundation, I'm going to use this is fairly newer, the Wet n Wild Photo Focus foundation. I picked up the shade in Buff Bisque, which I think is a pretty good color match to me. So I have been trying it out. So for some reason, I thought this was in like a dropper form. I don't know what I was thinking, but this is actually what it looks like. And it's almost like this is like a, I don't know what you would call it. Like it looks like a paddle. Like you paddle out some foundation and put it on your face. I don't know if it's like the most sanitary thing in the world because you are putting it on your face and then you're dipping it back in, so I don't know how good that is for bacteria and such. And to blend that in, I'm going to use the L'Oreal sponge. I was hearing so many people raving about this sponge, and to be honest, I'm kind of glad I'm not doing a first impression on this sponge because my first impression was not good. It was so hard the first like 2 times I used this sponge. I'm gonna use this end to blend in the foundation. I had to like show it who's boss, you know? You had to kind of like beat it up for a little bit, and now I actually really like it. This is probably, I don't know, my 5th or 6th time using it maybe. For the foundation, I would say it's okay. I'm actually gonna put a little bit more on my chin because I've been dealing with some hormonal breakouts. I don't think it's gonna be my favorite foundation, and I have been testing this out like for a while. If you look at my Instagram, I'm either using this or when I post makeup photos, a lot of times I'm tagging this foundation because people were so excited about it, and people were, you know, I kept getting asked my opinion of it, and I think it's okay. it's one of those things where I don't think this is going to be my new favorite foundation because I don't think it lasts well throughout the day. Like I said, I'm not dry and I'm not oily, but I'm very much like normal skin. But at the end of the day, when I wear this all day, I'm definitely shiny at the end of the day, no matter what primer I've used with it, because I've been testing this out for a while and I've used all different kinds of primers with it. And it doesn't matter what primer I use. It doesn't matter if I use a powder. I am shiny at the end of the day, and that's like shocking to me because, like I said, I'm not oily. So when I look in the mirror and I see that shine to my face, I'm like, wait a second, what happened here? What's going on? Like I don't know what to do. I don't know like how to handle myself. And so when I've been wearing this foundation, if I'm going out, I'm packing powder in my bag or my purse, which I never have to do. So if you have oily skin, I don't think that you're probably gonna like this one, because if it makes me shiny and I don't even have oily prone skin, then I don't think those who are oily are gonna love it. Other than that, I mean, I feel like it sits nice on the face. It doesn't sink into lines, which I noticed the NYX dropper foundation can definitely sink into any lines, especially the ones I have on my forehead. I would say the coverage is about medium. It's definitely not a full coverage, and like you could see, I can build it up decently, which is good. But I don't feel like it wears the best throughout the day. I feel like I want to touch up. It's not like some of my other foundations that I can put it on in the morning and feel confident until the end of the night. I mean, my Clinique Beyond Perfecting, I feel that way. L'Oreal ones, I have no problem leaving on all day, but with the Wet n Wild, I feel like the wear time isn't there, but it doesn't do anything for me. Like, I don't know if I feel like it makes my skin look better. You know, you have foundations where it's just you put it on and you feel better. Maybe it gives your skin some luminosity, you know, maybe it just makes your skin look healthier. I don't know if I feel like my skin looks any better. Like, it just looks fine. You know, like it's covered up some redness, it's maybe evened out my skin tone, but it just looks fine. Of course, for the price, I do think it's a good drugstore foundation. I think this is something that I would necessarily repurchase. I wouldn't recommend if you have oily skin, and I wouldn't recommend it for use if you want something all day, you want to put something on in the morning and make it last throughout the entire day. I don't think this is going to be your guy. It's not my favorite, but it wasn't like a fail, and I won't refuse to wear it. I'll definitely wear it. But yeah, this one, it was good. It was good. Concealer, I was just sent a really awesome package from No7, and I was super stoked to get it because I've never tried anything from them, but I hear really good things. They included a couple of their Radiant Glow Under Eye Concealers, and then I think this is the shade 10, and I'm gonna go ahead and give it a shot. What you do is you click it up until some product comes out. Oh, whoa, whoa, it's coming out. And then I'm gonna place this on the under eyes. It says this is a light reflecting lotion to chase away under eye shadows and reduce the appearance of puffiness. So give this a shot. And I'm going to take the pointed tip of my L'Oreal sponge and blend it in and see what we get. I'll say that it feels really light on the under eyes. Oh, that actually looks really nice too. Blends in easily. It feels very lightweight. I feel like I can even tell that there's a bit of a glow there between that and then my priming filter. I think that looks really nice. Okay, so again, that was the Radiant Glow Under Eye Concealer from No7. On the back it says, cheat your way to the appearance of bright, healthy, and youthful eyes. Okay. It'll cover dark circles all day long and reduce the appearance of puffiness and fine lines for up to 8 hours. And it helps blur and instantly brighten skin. I actually can see the glow on my under eyes and the blurring. Hey, I'm pretty impressed with that. Cool. That's awesome. So thumbs up for the first impression on that No7 concealer. That looks really nice. I'm just going to use a little bit of my Wet n Wild Dolce de Leche powder to set the under eyes. This is my Sigma P89 brush. So LA Girl is new to Ulta. They're now being sold in Ulta stores, and I was really excited about it because I hear really good things about these Pro Conceal. I picked up a concealer shade in Natural, and I do like it a lot. I was going to use it until I got that No7 package, and I decided to try out that concealer. But I did also pick up a contour shade. This shade is in Toast, and it's a little dark for me. I need to go pretty light-handed. If you have my skin tone, I'd say you can go a shade or two lighter than Toast, because the first time I used it, I put like quite a bit on, and it was extremely hard to blend out, and I can tell I already put too much on there, so I'm just going to try to go very lightly for a contour. Take my L'Oreal sponge, I'm going to flip it on its side and then blend the contour out. See, like, that's crazy. And the first time I did it, the first time I used this product, I used even more product than that, and I was like, oh my gosh, I think I'm going to be here all freaking day blending this out. So I don't know, they are super inexpensive. I've been wanting to try these for a long time, so I was really happy to see them in Ulta. So I recently got this Tarte Smooth Operator Amazonian Clay Finishing Powder. I'm going to use just a little bit to clean up, because you can see the contour wants to be up here, but because I had to blend it so much, it's kind of falling down a little bit, which defeats the purpose of a contour. So I'm just going to clean that up real quick. So that applied very smoothly. I like the powder. I'm just going to take my E3 and then just dust that away so we have a bit of a sharper contour going on. I'm really excited to dip into this palette. This is the Tarte Contour. I believe it is the Volume 2 palette. Yes, no, Volume 3. It's the Volume 3 palette. Why did I think this was Volume 2? So I'm going to pick up the shade right here. It's a bronzer. It looks like it has like a sheen to it. It doesn't look completely matte, but the other bronzer in here looks kind of shimmery. So I'm going to try this one. I'm going to use my Morphe R2. I just bought this brush from Morphe and I love it because it's giant and huge, and I like big makeup brushes. So let us see how this one looks. I'm so excited to try these out because I hear really good things about the contour palettes from Tarte, but I've never owned one. And again, my friend Lisa sent this to me, so super excited to get it. This bronzer looks gorgeous. This brush is really bomb. This was a recommendation from Jaclyn Hill, and this is a good brush. That's actually a really pretty bronzer. So I know it's lighter, but I've just been working on building it up, and it's really pretty. So ooh, I do like this bronzer. I'm going to use the blush from this as well, and I'm going to pick up another brush that came in my Sigma mystery box. This is the F40. It's a angled contour brush, but I like to use these as blush brushes. So we're going to go ahead. This looks like a really beautiful blush. Let's go ahead and see what that looks like. So this blush is beautiful. It looks kind of light in the pan, but it's coming off really pigmented. And I am so excited for the highlight. This is going to be a first impression and I can't wait. This is the Smashbox and Casey Holmes collab. I picked up one of the Spotlight palettes in Pearl. I don't know which shade I want to use. They all look so pretty. I think this last one here catches my attention the most. And I'm going to use my Sigma F03. This is like my favorite highlighting brush. It looks like this shade almost might have a little bit of glitter to it. Ooh. Yeah, that's way pretty. Okay, so that is the highlight. That's really gorgeous. I think just because I'm trying it out for the first time, I'm going to grab some of the first shade too. And I'm just going to place that on top and see what that looks like. That's really pretty. Ooh, I really like that. I feel like that first shade was so pretty on its own, but then to put a little bit of this on top, like, I really like the way that came out. And they feel nice and soft. And I don't feel like it's emphasizing any sort of like texture or pores or anything like that. Everything looks good so far. So yeah, so far so good with the Pro palette. I'm going to fill in my brows off camera. I'm just going to use some Gimme Brow from Benefit. Super excited to use this. This is going to be another first impression. This is the new Marc Jacobs Highliner Pencil. This is in the shade Odyssey, so it looks like a really fun blue. I thought it would go with the eye look really well. I've been hearing amazing things about these pencils, and I'm such an eyeliner junkie, so I'm super excited to try these out. So I'm going to place this in my waterline. That is a really pretty shade, definitely very creamy, goes on easily. There's no like rubbing or tugging or anything like that. So far, so good for the Marc Jacobs Highliner. Ooh, that looks really pretty. Ooh, I'm thinking I'm gonna like this color a lot for summer. I really like the way that that looks. Like I said, there was no like tugging on the eyelids or anything. It glided across really easily, so far so good. I think I'm gonna like these. I'm gonna come back into the Tarte palette. I'm gonna grab that matte shade, and then this is just a little pointed brush, again from the e.l.f. brushes that they sent along, and I'm gonna run this on the lower lash line. I'll grab a little bit of Pixie and the same brush and sweep on the lower lash line as well. And then I'm gonna keep the same brush. I'm just gonna pick up a little bit of the green shade, which is Marvel, and then just make sure that I really have the inner corner popping with that green shade, which I absolutely love this green. So for mascara, I want to use some of the new Sigma Embellish mascaras because they came out with colored mascaras, and I was like, I feel like this look that we're doing here like calls for a colored mascara, and I've been really into this green mascara. I've tried it out a couple times and I thought it was really pretty. It is called Bang Out. A lot of different colors. I have a blue one and then a pink one also, but I really wanted to do the green. I've just been into the green. I like this mascara because I think it is a good mascara in general, but I like the different colors. I'm liking it. It's just something a little bit different, and I think it helps give the eyes just a bit more of a pop. So I've been digging doing the green. To finish off the lips, I got a package from Buxom last week, which I was, oh my gosh, so excited about. I sent along some lippies, and I want to try this one. It's a full-on lip polish in Celeste. It could be fun with this look because it's kind of like shimmery and glittery. I don't know if you can tell in the packaging, but let's go ahead and give it a try. I have not tried this out yet either, so this will be a first impression. So definitely some tingling is already happening. The Buxom lip polishes help plump up the lips a little bit, and they do have a tingly sensation. So this is a fun gloss just on its own. You could do it, you know, you could put a regular lipstick on and then put this on as a gloss, but it's kind of fun with that sheen. Like it almost has like, yeah, it looks like it has like some glitter in it. Matches this look really well, I have to say. I kind of like that. That's fun and different. This wouldn't be something I would do like on an everyday basis, but for when you want to mix it up a little bit. So that is Celeste from Buxom. Then after that, this look is complete. Alright guys, so that's going to do it for this full face look using new makeup. I'm really excited with the way this look turned out. I wasn't quite sure because I was doing something like so different with the eyes, but honestly, I really like the way that this came out, and I'm super impressed with this palette. I know a lot of people were very curious about this palette as well. I shared it on my Snapchat as I was filming, and my snaps got flooded with, I'm so happy you're filming with this. So honestly, my first impression on this palette is I really like it. I thought it was really good. Like I said, I was worried. I was hearing a lot of people say that the pigmentation wasn't great and that the fallout was really bad. I think my eyes look fantastic. And again, that was using no setting spray at all. This is just the eyeshadows, and I think it all turned out really fantastic. And again, the fallout was very, very minimal to me. It was really when I started using Trance and I really had to build that color up. That is finally when I started getting the fallout. But again, nothing that extreme, nothing that bad. I'm still glad that I did my eyes first, of course, but really not that bad. So I'm excited about this palette. I'm excited to keep playing with it. It definitely is very like mermaid and unicorn vibes and all that, but I'm really happy with it. Another thing I was really happy about was the highlight palette, because I love this highlight and I can't, like every time I move my head, I'm like, that highlight though, that is gorgeous. Like I said, when I opened it in the haul, I was kind of worried because I was like, oh, I don't know, it didn't quite give as much pop as I thought maybe it was going to, but once you actually put it on the cheeks, the Casey and Smashbox highlight palette is giving me the feels right now. Another thing that I was super excited for, this Marc Jacobs highliner. I think it looks gorgeous. I love this color. Again, the shade is an Odyssey. Love this color. Think it looks beautiful. I'm excited to see how it wears in my waterline throughout the whole day. But other than that, I thought that looked really beautiful as well. So far, so good. And the concealer, the No. 7 concealer. I thought that one was really good too. I'm excited to keep using that and also to see how it wears throughout the day, but that gave me all kinds of feels as well. So overall, I'm really excited. I really like this look. I kind of wish I had somewhere to go or somewhere to be, because I really do like the way that this looks. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. I know I get asked for tutorials quite a bit. I'm not a big tutorial person. I'm not a makeup artist. I'm more of like a makeup lover. I like to do these type of tutorials where I can be giving feedback and reviews, or we keep me doing some first impressions too. So I know get ready though because the Sephora VIB sale is coming up, so I'm definitely wanting to do either some sort of first impression or just a full face of makeup using what I pick up during the VIB sale. Of course, tons of reviews will be coming. I'm so excited to share my haul with you guys. If you haven't seen my recommendations and wish list for the VIB sale, I'll leave that linked down below. But that's going to do it for this video. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you found it helpful, leave me some comments down below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you thought of the products that I've used. Let me know what stood out to you, what you guys want to get, what you have in your collection that you like as well that I used in this video. I always love to hear your comments. But other than that, I hope that you will give this video a thumbs up if you did enjoy it. Make sure to subscribe before you go, and I'll catch you guys real soon in my next one. Bye!